Alright, in this lesson, we are going to paint this beautiful cosmos. I love this different perspective of the flower, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy painting this flower. So, this flower is going to be very simple, and I'm going to use a different angle of the flower reference that we are using. In this, the reference of the flower is from the bottom, and it looks like you're painting the bottom of the flower when you're looking up at it. And it's a really beautiful different angle to the flower, and you're going to have fun. So like always, mark the center of your flower. So I'm going to use this little green to mark the center. Then take your water brush and drop the colored water, not the color yet, in the shape of the petal. This petal is really beautiful and very delicate looking. All the references that I have chosen has very delicate looking petals, and they work the best for this kind of loose wispy look. And I'm just dropping water, and like I said earlier, the water has to be clean. I'm just dropping colored water so that you can see it. Then take your red violet color in your paintbrush and just a little bit. In this, it's quite delicate and it's right on the edge of this petal, so I'm just going to drop it right at the edge and let it flow. So you can drop it like this, just in the shape of the petal. While it is wet, we let it be and then we come back to it when it dries up a bit. So that's the second stage of this petal. So again, drop the paint in the shape of the petal, very delicate petals. Then drop the paint and just dropping it in the shape that I see in the reference picture. Again, let's make the next petal. This petal is barely visible, so it's like half a petal that you can see. And again, drop the paint lightly. In this case, there is very little paint. Most of the petal is actually very white or lighter color. It's just the edge of the petal which has color in it. So be very gentle with this. Let's paint one more petal here. And just drop it at the edge. So while this is drying, let's paint the rest of the petals. So there's a big petal here. Let me take some colored water so you can see it. And this one is a simple flower. It doesn't have a lot of paint. It has only on the edges. So I'm just dropping it on the edge and letting the water take away the paint for the rest of the flowers, or rest of the petals, sorry. So again, the last petal here. And just the last petal which is like behind this, it doesn't have too much detail, but I'm just going to put some color to add some detail of the petal. So let it dry, and most of these petals have dried because this time it's not super wet. I didn't want too much water. So what we're going to do is take this, we're going to skip the second stage in this and go directly to the last stage. So I'm going to just add more details of these veins that I see. So just pull this with the dry paper with your short liner brush and add these beautiful details of the veins that you see. So in this flower, I chose this because it's slightly different. In this, I'm going to skip the second stage completely, I'm going to go directly to the last stage. This wet on dry technique is the time when you actually put the edge clearly as well. This flower has a very dark edge to it. So draw this edge while you are doing the wet on dry at this stage, the third stage. So one question you might have is, how do you decide whether you want to skip the second stage or not? Actually, the second stage can be optional in a lot of cases. But if you want this beautiful veins which are not very visible, like in this flower the veins are very visible, so very light textured veins, in that kind of flowers you might want to keep the second stage, and that gives you the opportunity to pick up any extra paint on your paper and add those light textured veins to your flower. So in this, the flower petal itself is very delicate, but the veins are very defined. So you can go directly to the third stage, which is the wet on dry stage, for painting these wispy flowers. Alright, the last part is to add the stem details. So let's take the sap green and add that detail. So I'm just going to lightly add these beautiful delicate leaves, or I don't know what you call these. And while that is drying, you add a beautiful stem, just a flowy stem to this. I'm going to take a slightly darker green now. This is olive green, to add these darker leaves. This is it. This is your cosmos, which is ready. I hope you had fun painting this beautiful simple flower which has a really lovely detail to it.